What is up everyone, my name is Jasper and in today's video it's time for another income report update. So we're currently in September, so that means that the month of August is behind us. And August has actually been a pretty nice month. So if you may recall, last month I was a bit down because I saw another drop in traffic and income and I actually dipped below the $1,000 a month mark. Luckily this month we're back up again, actually we're over $1,100 this month. But aside from that, this month hasn't really been that eventful. I was away for 2 weeks on a holiday, so I didn't really do any work. And aside from those 2 weeks of vacation, I didn't really do that much in terms of content production. I was actually just primarily working on a hit list for my new website, the one in the case study website. So let's just dive into it. So if you've been following all these income reports, you know that I have 5 websites and it is soon going to be 6 websites. But we're currently just focusing on the 5, and those are 3 English sites and 2 Dutch sites. Now the 2 Dutch sites are smaller sites that I just started as kind of a case study for myself to see if a Dutch website actually brings in traffic. And the 3 English websites are the ones that I'm actually wanting to grow out. So I have 3 English sites and the main one is my main English beauty site. This one is a very large site with over 400 articles on there, and it's the one that got hit by the core update so hard, and it's basically the reason why I've been feeling a bit down all the last couple of months. But I also have 2 other English sites that are just starting to grow, especially the most recent one, the youngest one. It's really starting to grow right now. And it's just a really exciting time for that one. But let's just dive into the numbers for my main English beauty site. So last month I had a total of just under 40,000 page views. Now under 40,000 page views is still great and it's actually up from the previous 2 months. But still 40,000 isn't really what I wanted to see. I feel like I just keep on repeating myself every income report. The page view numbers, any income numbers, they are just not where I want to see them. But still 40,000, I'm really happy that we're again seeing an uptick and an increase in traffic instead of just a constant downward trend. I did mention in one of the previous videos that I'm not really working on this website anymore. I'm not sure what kind of future this site has, and for the time being I just want to focus my efforts into other projects. So naturally I haven't published any articles on this site. I haven't done anything with it. I haven't even logged into the website. It's just not on my radar at the moment. But I have to admit that seeing an increase in traffic again, it definitely gets me fueled up again. But I'm just going to hold to my previous video and I'm just not going to give it attention for the coming few months, but let's revisit that in say 4 to 6 months. But as for the income, this website is primarily monetized with ads and Amazon Associates. And for my ads, I am partnered with AdThrive, which is my preferred ad company for a large and established website. And this month I made a total of just under $715, which is actually really nice. Last month I saw $650 and now we're at $715. We're up by $65 and I'm just really happy to see those numbers going up again. Now aside from just the simple display ads, I'm also monetizing my site with video ads, and this month I made just under $150. This is again up from last month and I'm just really happy to see that. Now for Amazon Associates, here's where it's really starting to grow, as I made a total of $225, which is nearly double from last month. So seeing my Amazon earnings just pretty much double from month to month is really encouraging. But yeah, overall I'm just really happy to see these numbers growing again instead of just going down constantly. Now as for my Amazon UK income, that one did go down. It went to £13, compare that to the 20 from last month. We're talking about really small numbers here, so I'm not that worried. It is what it is. It's still an extra £13. But now for the exciting part. So this month I made a total of $1,106, which is really nice, especially compared to last month. Last month I was near $900 and we're now over $1,100. So that's almost a $200 difference. And I'm just extremely happy to see some money coming in. And it's especially nice because I'm starting this new case study project and I want to invest as much money into content and articles as I can, and seeing this increase in traffic and in income is just really nice. It means I can pour more money into my new website and it can grow more quickly. But now for my other sites. So I mentioned I have 4 more sites, 2 of them are in Dutch, and let's go over those first. So I have one Dutch site, which is basically the Dutch version of the English beauty site we just discussed. And this website has a total of, I believe, 22 articles on there. It's really small. And I don't really plan on building this one out. There's just too little search volume and it's just not really worth my time. But still, these 22 articles, they did make me a total of just under 1900 page views. and 1900 page views just isn't much. But still, it is making me some nice money. I have Ezoic ads on this website, and these 1900 page views made me a total of just over $19. So that's almost a $10 RPM. I'm actually pretty happy with that. I didn't expect to see a over 10 RPM on a Dutch website, but it's definitely welcome. Now for my other Dutch website, this is a website in the boating niche, and boating is extremely seasonal. So we're currently in August, or in September, sorry, but August in the Netherlands just wasn't nice in terms of how the weather was. And with this website, I'm just seeing a very big correlation with the weather. So if we have hot days, a hot summer day, we see a lot of traffic. But if we have a rainy, stormy day, there just aren't that many people searching things about boats. Sadly, August wasn't that great in terms of the weather, so this month it didn't really do that great. I had a total of just over 9,600 page views, which is actually one of its better months, but I was expecting a little bit more. Now, I don't expect that in September we will be breaking this. We're just going into the off season now, and that's expected. So if I'm seeing a very large decline in traffic, I at least know why it's happening, and I'm okay with that. So these 9,600 page views, they did make me a total of $55, also with Ezoic. And you can see that the RPMs here are a lot lower than with the beauty site. I'm not really sure why that is. I'd imagine that boating will get you some nice RPMs, especially because boats aren't cheap, and people with boats, they probably have some expendable money, at least more than with my beauty website. But yeah, it is what it is. It's still making me some extra money, and it's fun, some extra articles for other projects. So now on to the other two English websites. I have one in the consumptions niche and one in the accessory niche. So my consumption site is one I started in, I believe, September of last year. And it is one that's not really getting the attention it deserves. It is steadily growing, and it's almost a year old, yet it only has 2,800 page views, but I think it has everything to do with the fact that there aren't even 40 articles on here. I'm just not really putting in the time into this website as I would have wanted. And to be honest, this one might be one that I'm just going to sell off in the near future. But I'm still not 100% decided on that. I'm still going to hold on to it for at least a few weeks, and I'm going to create a content plan just to see where this site will fit in. Because currently I'm working on a new site that is the number one priority, and I also have the English accessory website, which is starting to show some real potential right now. So that one is going to be priority number 2. So I just need to figure out where this consumption site fits in. As for monetization, this website is not yet monetized. It has too little page views, and I'm just holding out for maybe 7,000 to 10,000 page views a month before I'm going to sign up to Ezoic. Now for my last website, this is the English accessory website, and as I said, this one is showing some real movement right now. So it only has just over 600 page views, which is not much at all. But when you compare that to the, I believe, 200 from last month, it's a 300% growth. And that's really what I'm looking at right now. So this website is the one I started in December, right after I got hit by the core update, because I wanted to diversify. Now, I haven't really been publishing as much, and I think it's primarily because the last couple of months, ever since December, I'm just not 100% myself in when it comes to working. I'm just not really cranking out as much content as I would have wanted. And I've been having a lot of like ups and downs, especially those down times. I'm just a few weeks where I just can't really get myself to do much. So that's really hindered the growth of this website. And it also didn't help that the articles that I did publish, that about 75% of them just weren't indexed for a few months. So I went back and manually indexed everything, I believe in May or in June. And ever since then, I'm seeing a really nice growth. And just like the consumption site, this one isn't yet monetized. 600 page views just isn't worth the hassle, and it maybe even slows down the growth. So for now, this one is not monetized, but I do plan on monetizing this when it comes around anywhere between 5,000 and 10,000 page views. But putting all the earnings together, I made a total of just under $1,200, which is really nice. I'm actually happy to be above the 1,000 again. It feels good to finally say that I'm happy again with my earnings, and let's just hope this trend continues, especially with the new site. I'm just really excited to get things going again. So lastly, I wanted to give a quick update on my new project, which is my new case study website. Now sadly, I cannot review the niche. I'm not sure if I ever will, but for now I'm just going to keep it secret. But I'm really excited about this project. So if you've seen the video where I went over the basics and laying the foundation, you know that I'm going in a different direction. I'm going to bulk publish all of my articles instead of drip feeding them. So normally I publish once an article is done, and that basically means a few articles a week or a few articles a month. Right now I'm going to try and get out 65 articles in September. I'm going to try and write them all in September and then just publish them all at once. So all 65 all at once. And I'm really excited to see what the results of that will be. So this month is also the Content Warrior Challenge in Income School, and it's always one of those months where no matter how I personally feel, I always try to get as much done as possible. And this month I'm going for it again. I'm really excited, and with 65 articles I am sure I will crush the word count requirements. So yeah, overall this was a pretty exciting month. Even though there wasn't much happening in terms of producing content, there was a lot of things happening with steady growth. And that's of course something I really wanted to see. But anyway, that is it for this video. I really hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!